so the message of the week says, he who loves his father or mother more than me is not worth of me. He who loves his son or daughter more than me is not worth for me. That's Matthew chapter 10, verses 37. Okay? This chapter, according to the Spiritism, on Gospel according to the Spiritism, it's on chapter 23. And when we read this message, not only this verse, but the entire chapter, if we take it literally, and we don't understand like the timing and the language, like the Hebrew language, we're going to start questioning the message of love, the message of Jesus. No wonder the chapter is called Strange Morals. The whole chapter is called Strange Morals, has some, I guess, strange morals that make us question. And I actually like this chapter because it makes us question. It's very good to question. We should not take things for granted. We should not just accept it. Kardec recommends us to question, go after, because when we question, we research, we don't just accept it because somebody said so. Let's research, let's go after. Let's do our homework. Especially nowadays, let's Google. There's a lot of things that we can find it. So let's go after and look for the explanation. And also it helps us to be humble because we accept that we don't know. When we question it, we understand that we don't know. And it's good that we don't know because by not knowing, we go after and we try to learn. We try to learn something new. Kardec himself, he did that. On this message, the footnote, it was actually given by Mr. Pinzani, I believe that's the name, and it's actually on the footnote of the message. Kardec questioned the message of Jesus, and he didn't know Hebrew as Mr. Pinzani, so he went to somebody else who knew, and he tried to ask for help. So Kardec did that. He questioned, he went for help, because Pinzani was an expert in Hebrew language. So some of the things that we got to understand is, again, the language. The Hebrew language is not a very rich language, and there is a lot of words that has the same words, different meanings. So we got to be careful when they put it in the context. So we got to look at the big picture. And also, it is important to mention on the explanation that all the Gospels, the Matthew, Luke, all the Gospel was given after Jesus' departure. He had already returned to the spiritual world. So we don't know what was misinterpreted. Maybe they did not really understand the depth of the message that Jesus was giving. Right? So we got to take those things into consideration. And again, remember, this was given like 2,000 years ago to people like us that we are probably there, that were even behind than we are today on our evolution. So it was even harder for them to understand. So let's not take it literally and put into context the message, the time, the language that it was given to us. But I guess to summarize, I really like this chapter because it makes us question. Let's question. It is okay to question. It's good to question. And also, if we don't know, let's be humble and ask somebody else. It's good to know. So that we'll be able to understand better Jesus' message. The message of love, to love one another, to love our enemies, to love ourselves. It's very important to love ourselves and understand that we are all spirits towards progress. Thank you very much.